Oh, this. Yay, we've gone live. That was random. Turned my Wi-Fi off there. It wasn't kind of working, so I don't know what happened. Tonight I want to talk about holidayitis. That dreaded condition that you'd get after you've been on a holiday. When you start contemplating your navel and wondering why the hell you got back on the plane and came home. When you get stuck back into things like shopping lists and to-do lists and phone calls and chasing things up and what garbage day and washing and stuff like that. And you start looking backwards and thinking, oh, I miss my holiday. I miss this, and this. And what's prompted this today is I wrote about it in my journal when I was journaling this morning. So I actually wrote out 10 things I felt I was missing about being away. Now, remember, I was away for 4.5 weeks, so it's a fair chunk of time to get kind of settled into the new norm. So these are some of the things I was missing. One-on-one time with Elodie, like serious one-on-one time, not just a floating 5 seconds here, 10 minutes there kind of thing, like serious time. Clean towels every day and a freshly made bed. Oh, no cooking. Even though I love cooking, I kind of enjoyed not cooking. Or not thinking about what I had to cook maybe, might be more to the point. Hotel breakfast. What's not to love about a good hotel breakfast? New things to do, new experiences, new places to go, new things to see. Museums, bookshops, cafes, markets, palaces, churches, you name it. Less email, social media, and phone time. Yes. I miss not having less of that. I miss... Oh, I can't read that. 7. Oops, I can't read my own writing. Not the first time that's happened, is it? I'll have to think about that one. I miss having less choice on some things and more choice on other things. So less choice on things like clothes, more choice on things like what are we going to do, where are we going to go, that kind of thing. So I had more choice because of freedom of time, but less choice because of situational stuff. I miss having conversations with strangers. Yeah, I know. Just like striking up conversations, especially because of what's been going on in Australia over the last few weeks. There were so many conversations with strangers, probably more than I've had on other trips, I would say. Not having to do things for other people or to think about other people. Oh, God, that makes me sound like a selfish bitch. But you know what I mean? To not have to constantly be, I've got to get this done for so-and-so, or this done for so-and-so, there for so-and-so, blah, 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 that kind of thing. So I miss, that's already started again. I've got to do this, be here, blah, blah, blah. So I kind of miss that. Now, this is not me having a whingy mo because I'm super grateful to be home and I love home. And I had a great trip. But what it's triggered is how can those things that I miss or those things that you miss after a holiday, how can you bring more of them into your day-to-day life? And I probably had more control over this when Elodie was a lot smaller, especially in the one-on-one time and new experiences, things to do. But just going through that list, there's all sorts of things I could do. I could absolutely make sure there's more one-on-one time with Elodie. I could absolutely, outsource it, hire someone to... I do make my bed every day, but gosh, it was nice having someone else doing it. That's not on my to-do list at the moment, but you never know. No cooking. Well, Elodie cooks 3 nights a week anyway, so maybe I need to simplify the week's my cooking and maybe we eat out more or maybe I make it a bit easier in that regard as well. New things to do. Oh my God, we're in Sydney. I'm in Sydney. I can come up with new things to do every single day. There are so many things to explore in the city. And I think when you're in your hometown, you don't do it. When Elodie was little, we'd have staycations or we'd just go off and do something for the day, which was really, really interesting. And as she's gotten older and as I've gotten busier with business, we don't do it so often. But I love doing that while we're away. So I'm absolutely going to be exploring more of the Sydney city and surrounds. Like, absolutely. Bring an empty esky, people. Less choice, more choice. Well, I can make life easier for myself in that too. Maybe I ditch some of my clothes. Maybe I get more of a streamlined wardrobe. So I'm not thinking, oh, what am I going to wear today? I know decision fatigue. Yeah, we've talked about that before. Conversations with strangers. Well, there is nothing to stop me chatting to the person up at the IGA today when I went and got my milk. Okay? I could have done it, but I didn't. So I don't know why. I chat with strangers in environments like the theatre, bars, things where I can see there's already a common interest, or shops, things like that. But I haven't done it much since I got back, so that one I need to up. And it's a boundaries thing with the not having to think so much or do so much or be in so many other places for other people. And I'm acutely aware of that. And I'm sure many of you are too. So it's about, we don't need to worry about those boundaries when we're away because distance makes it kind of not a problem. So it's about being reminded of what was happening while you're away and putting that into practice when you're at home and saying no more often and putting yourself first and going, no, that doesn't work this week. It's not that hard to do, okay? We just got to do it. Don't slip back into the norm after your holidays. I missed one. Less email, social media and phone. No brainer. I've actually found it really hard to do a little bit more social media when I got back. So yeah, I'm going to keep an eye on what I'm doing in that arena. And I think all of us are probably spending way too much time on our devices, whether it's phone calls, email, social apps, games, whatever it is we're doing. So stepping away from that, I think, is a really good time. The most I used my phone for while I was away was taking photos. And we took some great photos because we had a great time. So they're my little tips for holidayitis. Work out what it is you miss about being on holiday, what makes you feel so great about being in those places or exploring new places, and see what you can take out of that holiday fabulousness and bring it back into your everyday life. It's what I'm going to be working on, and I encourage you to do the same thing. Okay, bye. Mwah. See you tomorrow.